Hello everyone, just a short one here, but Ukraine shared a video yesterday showing an accumulation of strikes on Russian logistics throughout June. And this is an insane amount. This video playing now shows multiple strikes on Russian logistical vehicles and supply trucks in Ukraine. Ukraine reported that 415 logistical vehicles of Russia's were destroyed in June alone. So that's on average 10 a day, a huge amount. Some sources say this video shows them all. I can't say for certain and I can't be asked to count them, but it certainly does show a lot of strikes. This is primarily done by mid-range strike drones. Ukraine now has the ability to hit with these around 100 kilometers behind the front lines, allowing for such strikes as this. Ukraine has had long-range strike capabilities for a while, but the FP1 and FP2 aren't exactly suitable for hitting faster-moving targets like supply trucks or logistical vans. So, the development in high numbers of these mid-range attack drones has given Ukraine a huge advantage here. One of the key ones used by Ukraine is the Hornet, a US-made drone with a range of 150 kilometers. They carry a 5 kilogram warhead and cost just 5,000 a pop. And this has been so successful to such a degree that some sources say Russian traffic along the key supply roads leading to the front lines has decreased by 70%, and logistics are vitally important. We saw that in Kyiv, where the Russian army got overstretched, and Ukraine started hitting the convoys, and Russia just couldn't resupply its invasion force, and so ran away with their tail between the legs in its first major defeat of the war. This video here shows a good mixture of vehicles, some smaller light utility vehicles, what look to be some armoured cars or MRAPs, large Ural trucks, fuel tankers, Scooby-Doo vans, and some of the more civilian-style trucks that Russia has started using for resupply. War spotting doesn't update as often as it used to, but it's quite telling that on 14th of June, 12 of its 13 entries were logistics vehicles. Now, so far, the bulk of the strikes are occurring in Ukraine, but yesterday, Russian Telegram pages also started reporting that Ukrainian drones are now hitting inside Russia itself, striking the Rostov-Taganrog highway, so cutting off supplies even further. And Russians are even fearing that the drones may start hitting the M4 Don road, which leads from Moscow, linking the key cities of Voronezh, Rostov, Krasnodar, and Novorossiysk. These strikes must be having a good effect if Russians are that worried. Here's a little map which I put together using DeepState showing the main supply corridors of Russia's in the south. This is where the majority of these strikes are occurring. The key logistics hubs of Mariupol, Primorsk, and Melitopol, and Tokmak, as well as roads from Crimea. Crimea is close to being cut off, as we saw yesterday. The bridges have been hit, and Russia has resorted to using pontoon bridges to do their resupply now, because the bridges are too far gone for vehicles to safely cross. So Ukraine cut the bridges and hits the supply roads. The key one where most of the strikes take place are the ones heading to and from Melitopol. Now, Russia says the strikes have expanded to hitting even further along the logistical chain between Taganrog and Rostov, shown here. The road leads into Ukraine and Mariupol. Additionally, both Rostov and Taganrog are major logistics links since they have airports, so cargo is shipped here by plane from further in Russia, loaded up onto vehicles, and then moved into Ukraine along this road. It's a shame Ukraine didn't have these mid-range strike capabilities before the 2023 counteroffensive, otherwise it may have been completely different. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much and take care, everybody.